A bond hearing can move fast, and the judge may only have a short time to review your documents. That's why a strong bond packet makes it easy for the judge to say yes. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to build a packet that answers the only two questions that matter for bond: flight risk and danger, with a clear release plan, the right documents, and a simple way to organize everything. Quick note: the information in this video is general information only, not legal advice. If you can talk to a lawyer or legal aid about your case specifics, do it. Now, as we discussed in prior videos, in bond hearings, the judge is focused on only two questions: flight risk, meaning will you return to immigration court if you're released? And danger, meaning would releasing you create a safety risk to people or property in the community? Your packet should be built to answer both questions that document and prove your stability, your responsibility, and that you have a real plan. Here's a strategy that separates strong packets from weak ones: mapping your evidence. Don't just attach documents loosely. Label them and explain what each document proves. For example, Exhibit B proves I have a stable address and will not miss court. When a judge sees that, they don't have to guess why you included something. You've already done the work for them. And here, you're going to organize your documents into three groups: flight risk, danger, and your release plan. Here's a quick way to think about common evidence. For flight risk, the strongest ways to prove that you are not a flight risk is to include evidence that shows that you have a stable address, a sponsor, family ties, work and community ties, and a transportation plan. For danger, the strongest evidence shows that you are not a danger by showing your certified criminal history dispositions, showing what actually happened, and showing proof of completion of probation and rehabilitation, anything that shows a positive change to show that you're no longer a danger. Now, when we talk about a release plan is not just, I have a place to go, believe me. It's a detailed, believable plan that shows you'll be stable and easy to locate for the court and for ICE. A strong plan has three parts: a sponsor who is a real person who agrees to support you, pick you up, help you follow the rules, and they should be reachable because ICE or the court may call them. Beyond the sponsor, you need housing, a real street address where you'll live, not just, this is my city. And number three, transportation, how you're going to get to court, how you're going to get to ICE check-ins, how you're going to get to appointments. Those are three parts of your release plan. So remember, we're going to organize our packet according to flight risk, danger, and release plan. Think of your bond packet like a toolbox. You don't need every document. You just need the ones that fit your situation. So let's talk about what these could be. Let's start with the sponsor packet. In this include your sponsor's ID, proof that the sponsor lives at the address you say, proof of that sponsor's lawful status if available, and a sponsor declaration or letter talking about the ways that they are going to support you. Then build the rest of your evidence into different sections or buckets. In bucket A, have information about your identity and basic background, copies of your passport, your national ID, your birth certificate, other US IDs if you have it. In bucket B, have proof of your family ties and responsibilities, your children's birth certificates, your marriage documents, letters from your family, and caregiving proof, if you take care of people. In bucket C, have community ties and stability, evidence to support that, proof of long-term residence, community letters, school records. In bucket D, have work and other proof of your employment. Things like pay stubs, your taxes, a letter from your employer, a job offer letter, certifications. In bucket E, have proof of rehabilitation or positive steps you've taken, like programs, counseling, sobriety support, mentors, probation compliance, etc. In bucket F, If you have medical needs or humanitarian factors impacting why you should not be detained, include those. This could be medical records, prescriptions, doctor's letters, treatment plans, or letters explaining why detention is harmful to you. In bucket G, records and dispositions. So if there is a criminal history in your history, then getting the certified dispositions for every case, the sentencing orders, and proof that you completed that sentencing. All of that is going to be helpful in that list A through G and having it organized. Now, 2 critical tips. First of all, when you're sending information in your packet, send copies, not originals, because you may not get things back. Secondly, don't submit fake documents ever. That will not make your situation better. It will only make your situation worse. Now, in those sections A through G, you may have places where you want to include declarations or signed statements from yourself or from others who know you. Declarations help the judge understand your story quickly. And a declaration, again, is a signed statement from someone with personal knowledge about you or your situation. Now, there are some simple rules for strong declarations. First and foremost, keep it short. This should not be a long-winded thing, usually 1 to 2 pages. Use clear headings and simple sentences and stick to facts that you personally know or that the person writing personally knows. If there's something negative to talk about, address it directly and explain what has changed. Then the person who wrote the declaration should sign and date it and include a sentence that everything included here is true and correct. Additionally, if the declaration is not in English, it must come with a certified English translation. Judges may only have a short time to review your packet, and this is why organization makes their job easier and makes you look prepared and trustworthy, which you want to come across as. A simple structure works. Have a cover page at the front of your packet listing your name, your A number, the next hearing date you have if you know it, and a short summary of what the packet includes. Then have an evidence index, a table of contents, 1 page listing each exhibit and what it proves. Then put your exhibits in order with label pages separating them, and put declarations near the front right after the index. Group your criminal dispositions and rehabilitation evidence together. And remember, if a document is not in English, include a translation and a short certification statement. Also remember, when you submit something to the court, you must also give a copy to ICE. So bring extra copies so that ICE has a copy of everything that you have submitted. Even with a strong packet, the judge may ask questions. So practice answering briefly and clearly. Common questions you can expect include, where will you live? What is your transportation plan? Who is your sponsor and how do we reach them? How long have you been in the United States? What ties to the community do you have? Tell us about your criminal history. What was the outcome? Have you ever missed court before? Now, you may be wondering, how do you answer those questions well? The best rule of thumb is to answer the question first directly, yes, no, or the direct answer, and then add detail afterward. Don't make this long. Use simple language and use direct reference to your packet. Your Honor, that is shown in exhibit A, B, C, D, etc. If you don't know an answer, say you don't know. Don't guess. Now the hard part. Sometimes people have bad facts. Many people have something negative. The judge usually looks for honesty and change, though. And so this is how we're going to answer bad facts with a good answer. Usually there are 4 parts of a good answer to bad facts. Number 1, admit what happened very briefly. Number 2, explain the outcome or the disposition. Number 3, explain what you learned and what changed. And number 4, show proof of that change and that learning. Rehab, counseling, letters, time passed in your stable plan. A strong bond packet is not about having the most paper. It's about having the right organized evidence that proves that you are not a flight risk, that you are not a danger, and that you have a release plan that the judge can trust. In the later videos, we're going to talk about what happens after the judge makes the decision and what to do if you win or lose or if the amount is too high. Thanks for watching this video. We hope this has helped.